Hey guys, welcome back to the Self-Sufficient Sister. Today we're making some dinner. So we are making a St. Patrick's Day inspired dinner. So just in case you want to celebrate St. Patrick's Day with yourself and make a nice special dinner for you, this might just be the perfect meal for you. So we have two things we're making. We're going to be making an Irish beef stew, and then we're going to be making Irish potato cake. So let's get started. For our beef stew, that's going to take about 30 to 40 minutes to cook. So we're going to start with that, and then as that's cooking, we will do the potato cake. So the first thing we need to do is get our beef chuck and cut it into cubes. I've already done that, and I've already chopped some onions, so we're going to put that in this pot. I'm just putting some olive oil in it, and I'll let that heat up a bit. And then I'll be adding just a little bit of this chopped onion, about a fourth of an onion, and then a clove of garlic, minced. I chopped up this onion earlier today and double bagged it because onions have a smell. And then I plan to just freeze the rest of it once I'm done with this recipe. So I'm putting about a fourth of an onion in here. And a clove of garlic. I'm just using some pre-minced garlic. You could mince your own though. And we're going to saute this until it's fragrant and translucent. Should take about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, now I'm going to add my beef chuck. I just cut it into cubes. My store only had them in packages of about a pound. So I have created a few more. I'll be creating a few more videos to show you how to use the rest of it, just because I know beef chuck can be kind of a pricey meat to buy, and we don't want it to go to waste. So this is just one recipe to use it, and then be watching for some more, because I'll show you about 5 ways to use your beef chuck purchase. Okay, I'm just gonna throw these in there, and we need to brown the beef on all sides, and that should take about another 2 to 3 minutes. So I'm not worried about the meat cooking all the way through right now, just because I know that it's going to be sitting and simmering for about 40 minutes. So I'm just making sure all the sides are browned, which they look like they are now. So the next thing we need to add is some tomato paste. I'm just adding a tablespoon of that. I'm also adding a 1/4 teaspoon of dried rosemary and a 1/4 teaspoon of thyme. And then we are going to stir this and cook for another minute. Now we can add in our chopped potatoes and carrots. I already did this off camera, but I just used a small potato and a small carrot. And the next thing we need is some beef broth. I'm going to start with adding 1/2 cup, but the recipe does say to make sure everything's covered, Now we need to bring it to a boil, and then we'll reduce the heat to low, and then we'll cover it and simmer for 30 to 40 minutes. I'm also going to add some salt and pepper. Our stew is at a pretty good boil now, so I'm going to cover it and turn it down a little bit. I'm going to let this cook for 30 minutes. And then I'll check it and see if the meat's done, because that's really the thing I want to be done the most. So I'll let this cook for about 10 minutes, and then we'll get started on our potato cakes. Our stew is still simmering, so it's time to start our potato cakes. I'm going to peel and chop up a small potato. And then the first thing we need to do is kind of just make some mashed potatoes with it. So I have a pot of water on the stove. I have not started boiling it yet. I'm going to put the potatoes in first, and then I'll put some salt and turn up the heat. Sad day, my microphone ended up dying in the middle of this video, so now I get to do a voiceover for the rest of it. I boiled my potatoes until they were soft, and then I mashed them with a fork, and then here I'm adding some butter and some flour so we can make the potato cakes. After I added those ingredients in, I just mixed it all together. And then I got some butter heating up and melting on the stove as I was mixing the potatoes. And then I put the potatoes on a lightly floured surface and kind of just got them all into nice little patties. And then I put them in the melted butter on the stove, and I cooked them on both sides for about 2 to 3 minutes, just until they were nice and brown. They kind of look like pancakes, but I guess that's the point. They're potato cakes. Anyway, here I am taste testing. I ended up really loving this beef stew. It had such a nice flavor. It was just salty enough that I just loved it. And it was a nice comfort meal because today was kind of an overcast day, so it was a nice little comfort meal. The potato cakes were not my favorite. I think I needed to add some more seasonings, but they were really good when I dipped them into the stew and then ate them. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching this video and taking time out of your day. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.